Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. In today's video, I'll be doing my 2023 NFL Draft DB rankings and projections. Before we get started, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 80 subscribers by the end of the year. And also, thank you guys for the recent support on the latest short video. So yeah, just because of that, I'm going to be posting a lot more short videos, recapping the longer videos that I do. So if you guys don't have enough time to watch the full video, you guys can always watch the short, which recaps everything. And yeah, I will. Even if you have enough time later, I will link the video, the main video, in the comment section of the short video. So yeah. Anyways, let's get started. Number 5, we have cornerback Emmanuel Forbes out of Mississippi State. My projection for him is anywhere from the mid-first to the early second. This is a big range for a guy like Emmanuel Forbes. He has a lot of upside. He had a great showing at the Combine, a 4.35 40, which is elite for a guy of his size and his caliber. He had a 1.48 10-yard split. That's definitely really good for showing teams his recovery time off the release. Had a 37.5-inch vertical jump. Pretty pedestrian, but not bad enough to the point where it's going to decrease his draft stock. If anything, it'll just make him stay where he is. And a 10.4-inch broad. That's an alright broad jump. I actually thought he was going to be in the upper echelon of broad jumps. That's a pretty good broad jump, but I definitely had a little bit more higher expectations for him. Lead the nation, I believe, in picks with 6. And yeah, he's an explosive playmaker, and I feel like that's going to translate really well to the NFL, and I'm a big fan of him. Number 4, probably the biggest riser through the draft process, Deonte Banks out of Maryland. My projection for him is anywhere from the mid-first to the late-first round. Had an incredible combine, 4.35 40, the same as Emmanuel Forbes, which is elite tier. He's 6'1", and I believe just slightly under 200 pounds, so that's going to be really good for him during the draft process. A pretty big physical corner who is a true man cover specialist. Had 1.49 in the 10-yard split. Great for him, of course, for his recovery time. Had a 42-inch vertical jump, which is elite, and an 11.4-inch broad jump, which is elite as well. So I feel like just because of that, he's definitely going to rise. I have him go, and yeah, I feel like he's going to go probably around the 18th overall selection in the first round, something around that. And yeah. Anyways, next to the third. Number 3 overall, I have Christian Gonzalez out of Oregon. He probably will be higher as the draft process goes on. Had a really good combine. I have him going anywhere from the top 10 to around pick 15 or 16. I feel like he is an incredible player who his athleticism and his height and range would definitely translate really well to the NFL. Similar to a guy like Kaiir Elam, but better of a prospect than Kaiir Elam. But they both need to improve in run support, and yeah, I feel like Christian Gonzalez is better than Kaiir Elam was coming out of college, but I feel like they're both similar players. His combine results, 4.38 40-yard dash, 1.454 10-yard split. With his 40, you'd expect his 10-yard split to be a little better. Didn't have the best get-off, which is going to push some teams a little bit away, but I'm a big fan of him, and yeah, I feel like this won't decrease his draft stock too much. Had a 41.5-inch vertical jump, which is very, very good for him. Just slightly behind Deonte Banks out of Maryland, and had an 11.1-inch broad jump, which is incredible. That's an elite tier broad jump, and yeah, very explosive during the combine, and I'm a big fan of him. Number 2, I have Devon Witherspoon out of Illinois. Before the combine, I had him as my number 1 corner. Very physical player. I have him going inside the top 10. If he falls anywhere outside of that, that's going to be a huge pickup for whichever team gets him. I'm a big fan of him. I feel like he's. If there's a team that I really wanted him to see play for, it's the Detroit Lions. I feel like he matches Dan Campbell's energy, and yeah, I'm a big fan of him. But he has fallen one spot just because he did not participate in any combine activities. I believe he will wait until his pro day to show those off. So anyone who wants to see Devon Witherspoon participate in any athletic testing, definitely watch out for his pro day at Illinois. And yeah, I feel like he's still going to go inside the top 10. So yeah. Number 1, I have Joey Porter Jr. out of Penn State. My projection for him is a top 10 pick. Didn't have the best combine showing. If anything, it was alright. It's not going to tank his draft stock, but might drop him down a little bit. But I have him going inside the top 10. It's another thing like Devon Witherspoon. If a team gets him outside of the top 10, it's going to be a steal. A true shutdown corner specialist, locking up receivers at Penn State. It's a really good player. His dad played in the NFL as a linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers for most of his career, so he has that physicality in him. And yeah, his combine results, a 4.46 40. Not the best, but not the worst. But he is 6'2". I believe he is slightly under 100 pounds, similar to Deonte Banks' size. Had a 1.5 10-yard split. That's a pretty good 10-yard split for him. Actually, that's really good for him. Great recovery time. 35-inch vertical jump, which is not good at all for an outside corner. That's not great to see, but I feel like this won't tank his draft stock too much. Had 11.9-inch broad jump. That's around above average, but not elite. So yeah, I have him as my number one corner. Has great, has really, really good coverage skills, and yeah, I'm a big fan of the way he plays. Next, we have the honorable mentions. At number 3, I have safety Brian Branch out of Alabama. My projection for him is around the late first, anywhere from like the 21st pick all the way until the last pick in the first round. His combine results of 4.58 40. Not incredible for him, but that's all right for a safety. Not the best, but not the worst. That's not really his game, though. He's a guy that can line up everywhere on the field, can line up in the slot, can line up at the safety position. Sometimes at Alabama, they'd put him in the box as like a box safety. Really hard to draw a comparison to him. A very unique player. I'm a big fan of him, though. I had a 1.58 10-yard split. Again, not his game. Athleticism really isn't too much of his game. I had a 34.5-inch vertical jump, a 10.5-inch broad jump. This will probably decrease his draft stock a little bit. Didn't show out too well at the combine, but I'm a big fan of the way he plays. I like his versatility, and I feel like he'll be a good fit on a team like the Jets or the Green Bay Packers. Number 2, I have cornerback Cam Smith out of South Carolina. My projection for him is mid to late first. I see people trying to compare him to J.C. Horn a lot because they both went to South Carolina and are both pretty highly touted draft prospects, but I feel like J.C. Horn is just better. I feel like Cam Smith will go anywhere from around probably pick 18 to somewhere around the middle of the 20s. A really good player in my opinion. Had a 4.43 40-yard dash. A very long prospect with that time is definitely going to increase his draft stock. A 1.49 10-yard split. Very good for him. 38-inch vertical jump. That's around middle of the pack. Maybe slightly above average, but not too much. And 11.2-inch broad. That's a really good broad jump for him, his size. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of him, and I'm really excited to see whatever team he goes to. And at the number 1 honorable mention, I have cornerback Kelee Ringo out of Georgia. My projection for him is from probably around the late first round. The only reason he's above Cam Smith is just because of his athletic traits. I feel like he has a little bit more explosiveness, has a little bit more speed. But, yeah, other than his speed, he didn't show out at the combine. Did run a 4.36 40, which at 6'2", over 200 pounds is great for him. But only had a 1.54 10-yard split, which isn't great for his size. For his speed in the 40. But, yeah, he has the speed to lock up receivers. Has great traits. And, yeah, has great vision. Had a 33.5-inch vertical jump, which is very bad. It's not great at all. Had a 10.2-inch broad, which is around middle of the pack. So other than his 40-yard dash time, nothing too special about him. But, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.